What's going on? Welcome back to another EBB update. It's been a little bit of a while since we've been on. So today I'm joined by Brian and Shimmy, two of the founders at the Voyage brand and EBB Launchpad. So today we're going to be giving you some updates on progress, the things we've been doing over the last couple of months, what's been happening, some successes that we've seen, some transparent struggles that we're going through and have seen, and a few different announcements on fun stuff that we've been able to do to further move along the brand. So without further ado, I will pass it over to Brian to talk about the first area that we've been focusing on.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot has happened in the business, and one thing we'll say out of the gates here is moving forward, these updates are going to be at a much better cadence. And what we want to do is, again, really take that case study back into our hands and really showcase, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And transparently, we were in a scenario where we were consistently doing $10,000, $15,000 months. We got almost as high as $20,000. And then we slowly started to diminish more so on the profitability side. Okay, so with that, advertising costs increased, more competition came in. So what we needed to do was really take a step back and figure out a better plan forward. Okay, and one of the first things that we did, we actually we're gonna have a series that's gonna be being released on YouTube pretty quick here, and it's a breakdown from a gentleman named Anthony Nguyen. He owns a company. What's his company called again?
He has two, so Jungle Ace and Ads Crafted.
Yeah, so he's a wizard when it comes to optimization and running ads realistically. So what he did was he really picked apart our listing. And it was extremely extensive. We have about an hour of content with him, and we're going to release little tidbits of that. And the reason why we've held off on releasing that was because in doing so, we essentially re-optimized our entire listing. So we're going to be releasing a video also coming up with the FBA studio. So they've come in and they took Anthony's feedback and we recreated our entire listing, new renders, new assets, really started talking to customer personas. And the goal here is really, okay, again, us taking a step back. How do we improve our CTR? How do we improve our CVR as well? So we're super excited to case study that, again, show you the before and after of what that will essentially look like. And also the more and the better creative assets that we have going out. So that's one huge focus. The other thing on the conversion side of things was launching color variation. So, in one of our previous updates, we talked about how we're changing the product. Number one, there's a few different things that we added to make it more high quality, but also to improve the user experience. And then number two, we also went in and we started doing research on what colors we should actually innovate on and actually launch. So I have a couple here right beside me. So we ended up launching like a tan. Okay, so that's one. And then we ended up launching a gray. And then we also have a pink as well. So the goal with this is really just to control that traffic flow, right? How do we convert more of the people that are coming into our listings? Now, with this huge revamp that we've done on the colors, transparently, we actually haven't even launched them yet, because they've been sitting in Amazon for about 2 weeks now, us just trying to get our images approved. And it's weird because, obviously we're living in the gray area a little bit in terms of main image compliance, but our main image is quite similar to what was approved previously. So now we're really taking a step back here, uploading bare renders and pretty much going to go live with these variations and slowly start adding things as we get approved. What this has led to us is constant suppressions. Our rank has dropped, obviously impacting our profitability. So we're really just trying to gain our footing transparently right now. But I'm confident with the changes that we've made to our listing through the analysis that Anthony did, and then the optimization that the FBA studio did, us launching these variations, we have some pretty aggressive goals, not only on the Amazon side, okay, managing PPC, we've taken that into our own hands. But on top of that, we're really wanting to start push brand outside of Amazon. So I'm going to pass it over to Shimmy here. She's going to talk about what we're doing and focusing on specifically on the influencer and social side of things.
Yeah, so our play here is really just a numbers game. We're trying to reach out to as many influencers as we can and get organizers in their hands, and hopefully get some good content and possibly something viral. Right now, all we're doing is a gifting campaign. So basically just giving them organizers in exchange for a post or a story. We've had posts go up. We've had Instagram, TikToks. We've all had a couple blog posts. We just got a YouTube video out today. So some good traction, but it is a numbers game. So right now we're kind of reaching out to 50 influencers a week, and seeing where that takes us, seeing how many organizers we can get out per week, and hopefully get some good content out. And then our goal is to find one or two good influencers that really hit the mark with their audience. We see that good traction and then build those long-term relationships with them. Yeah. So that's our strategy there. Hopefully next update, we come back and, we have some viral posts. We did have our own actually video on our own TikTok go viral. So that was a huge boost for us. So I think it was about how many views do we have now? Like 400,000 or 500,000.
500,000.
Yeah, so that was good. That was our own viral post, not even using organizers. So if you guys want to go check that out, go on our TikTok and you'll see the video. But yeah, hopefully we get some traction like that with our influencers, and then we can build a long-term relationship, which is really the goal, to have that continuous steady flow of sales come through their audiences.
Yeah. And the goal here is brand equity, right? And, not a lot of brands specifically selling products like ours do well on social media. So we want to have the ability where someone comes into Amazon, they find the products and they do some research. Now, us having blog posts, we're going to have a YouTube video released here pretty quick. We have a few Amazon influencers that have posted through the influencer program. And then on top of that, TikTok and Instagram have everything really working together. It is a long-term play. We don't expect to see crazy results with it, but what we do expect is to gain essentially market share on the brand side of things on social media, and eventually have that trickle into Amazon and into our website as well. So I'm excited for it personally. We're bullish on the fact that the more people that we can contact here, they can also innovate content styles that work, right? When we figure out content styles that they're doing that's doing well, it'll be a matter of us taking it into our own hands and creating more content like that so that we're consistent. So our goal is to be very omnipresent ultimately. And, I know this is a very high level update per se, but the goal here is to give you the tangible things that we're working on. And that way we can monitor the performance in these further updates moving forward. Again, because we're going to be releasing them at a much more frequent cadence, probably at the bare minimum monthly, sometimes every 2 weeks if needed. So I'll pass it back over to Mike. Mike, if you want to close us out, any tidbits that you want to share on anything that we're working on your side of things, that would be perfect. But
yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to the strategy overall, you can hear that we're branching on a few different things, but actually over the last month, we've really, like Brian said, took a step back in the focus as well. So getting organized, one of the incredible things about having a number of different people working on this project, as opposed to being like a solopreneur, is we actually can focus on a few different areas. And so now we have people sitting in key positions for those areas. Shimmy heading up our influencers and doing a lot of social media. Brian is helping with sourcing, logistics, and so many other things as well. So a big thing that I've taken on is SEO and PPC. And so now that we have more variations, we're able to do things like increase our click-through rates, our conversion rates when it comes to the moves that we've made with new content, as well as our variation drops. We now have a lot more control. We have a lot more levers to pull, a lot more things that we can do to actually push this brand on. And so we're really cognizant of where we're at, where we're going, and what we want to achieve. And at the end of the day, what we're here to do is build an omnipresent, large brand that holds real brand equity and thus has real value. And we're looking for an exit. It's not a lifestyle cash flow business. We're building something really great, impactful, and large for the future. And that takes time, and we recognize that. And so with all that being said, you can look forward to many, many, many more videos over the months and years that we're building this out, and really showing you the ups and the downs of building a really great and strong brand in today's world. So that's it for this one. We'll be back at you soon enough with another video. If you aren't already and you're finding us for the first time, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you can get updates to the additional ones. And if you like the content, the transparency, and hearing from us, give this a like so you can get this out to more people. It's absolutely free to do, and we appreciate it much more than you could ever know. That's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next update.
Yes.